I won't spend 30 minutes shitting, boy. You better take some ninja shits and learn like me.
Welcome back to the podcast. I'll have that be like the cold open. Welcome back.
That's what I'm saying.
Welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host Nas, and with me as always is now I just figured this out. He used to be a member of Mindless Behavior. Trent.
No.
My co-host Trent.
Are you reading my mind? I was just okay.
You walked in singing "Boyfriend." I mean, what was it like working on that song?
Did you actually? Was I?
Yeah, you did. Yeah. What was it? What was it like working on that song? And
I got kicked out the band
for
misconduct.
Of
I ain't
what?
gonna say what kind.
I don't like that. I don't like where this is going.
No, I was downstairs, like on my way up when we were about to record. I went to go get my water, and I went downstairs. And I was talking to my mom, and I was like, I went downstairs. I say, because I was dancing in the bathroom. I was dancing in the bathroom, Mom. You know what I was doing? So what boy? I'm like, I almost did the move that got Chris Brown shot, and I love saying that shit so much.
Because it's a real. He died and stomped the yard because he fucking broke his neck sliding down the floor.
The problem is, my mom was defending that scene. I was like, you're not about to defend Chris Brown getting shot in a movie for dancing. He slid back on his head, and they shot him.
In cold blood.
Jealousy.
Yeah,
jealousy because the nigga can slide.
Stomp the Yard had a lot of jealousy throughout that entire film. To where the point a nigga died because of that.
So I ain't even gonna watch. I don't want to rewatch it. Like no, I already know it's bad.
I don't want to watch it. I know dance movies aren't entirely the best. And everyone's like, you should watch movies like Step Up. I'm like, I'm not about to watch these niggas dance with some drama involved. Like if you.
That's why, like, you remember Jump In?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that shit was a lot different because it wasn't just dancing; it was fucking jump roping. Like it wasn't as that's tropey.
Disney Channel for real did have a movie called Jump In, and it was about competitive jump roping, and it starred Corbin Blue.
The whole plot was like, I'm not gay, I'm not doing this.
Jump roping is stupid, and then he does it.
Yeah, this shit is stupid. And that's why he just got off High School Musical too.
What was that? Was that post High School Musical?
That was post High School Musical.
Damn. And that
nigga, like, he lost relevancy right after, like, Disney threw that nigga was, I don't want to play with you anymore.
Even High School Musical 3, they graduated. That grown ass man was playing in a movie talking about the damn jump rope.
Before 3.
It either had to be during or before.
Hold on. Were we looking up jumping?
No, we're gonna jump in about this film because I completely forgot about it. Oh, yeah. Came out 2007, and then High School. I know High School Musical 3 came out 2009, 2008. Oh shit. Okay, so yeah, so he did jump in before High School Musical 3. I remember hearing about how High School Musical 3 had a really awful box office run. Because nobody was going in the theaters to watch that fucking movie.
Because, like, all the hype down, like, it died after that. 2 was kind of like, was 2 the best one?
I don't remember. I remember hearing, like, a lot of people talk about 2 highly instead of 1. Because, come on, it has the infamous yellow and blue logo.
Because 2 is the first one to go to theaters.
Was it? I thought it was 3 that was the first one. And they never did that shit again because it flopped.
I thought it was 2.
High School Musical.
There was like they tried to do it again and it didn't work out.
Yeah,
there's a lot of movies like that. I think like TV shit going to theaters is so wild. Like the Powerpuff Girls movie. You
need to have crazy. A strong presence in general to send out a big because I think if Edna and Eddie were to go to like the actual movie, like if they actually made it to the big screen, I don't think it would have been as successful.
You know, I still fucking no like the Hey Arnold movie, like the new one. That shit didn't go to theaters.
Didn't they go straight to Netflix or was it both Nick and Netflix?
That didn't. It premiered on Nick.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Was it on T-Nick or was it regular?
No,
I don't know. I don't know if that bombed or
not. No, I think it was just regular Nick. I mean, people said it was good.
It was good, but like they didn't really promote it.
No, they definitely snuck it under the rug. And also this was like the most anticipated Nickelodeon movie sequel, and they sort of they announced it and then it came out.
because that was what the first movie was supposed to be. Like the Hey Arnold movie that came out in like was it 2000s or
and
90?
It was either 2000s or the 90s, but yeah, no, I think they would have probably struck gold if they did the Jungle movie first, because Hey Arnold, the movie was about some fucking dumbass plot. Be like, there's this big corporate business that's about to destroy the neighborhood.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was like some corporate shit.
We've already seen that. We've already heard that.
Yeah. No, because that was literally what everyone was anticipating that, and that would have been great for the time.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been a great way to end the series and all that shit. But it was like, nah, let's wait a good like 20 years.
Yeah,
like,
no, really.
I don't know why they did that.
I should have sat down and watched the Jungle movie though.
One movie we were supposed to get was the fucking Kids Next Door movie.
Oh yeah.
You remember like all those conspiracy theories and shit, and it was supposed to be like a movie where they're older or some shit.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they had, because they had like a movie special, wasn't it, where like the teenagers took over, something like that. You could watch this on Hulu. What? Sorry, I was getting. I'm looking at. I searched up K&D movie and it brought up Operation Zero.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. Yeah.
That's supposed to be their big movie.
It was political. John Wick was in it. I mean, I said John Wick. I meant to say fucking John McClane.
John McCain, presidential candidate, Republican presidential candidate of 2008, was supposed to be in this 2006 film. And,
rest in peace, John McClane, bro. That's my name.
You keep on saying his name wrong.
McCain.
Hey,
that was a little inside joke.
Rest in peace, Job McClane. Very wonderful guy, dude.
I think I predicted that nigga death. I'm the reason he dead.
Did you know he died of brain cancer?
Wasn't thinking hard enough.
Imagine you you don't use enough brain power, so you just get cancer from it.
That's so bad.
So fucked.
So
fucked. Someone could be watching this with brain cancer, so let's be more considerate.
Yeah, right. But rest in peace, Larry King. Talking about deaths and shit. Larry King died. Mm-hmm. I predicted that.
I mean, we should honestly touch base with our audience, because we haven't made a new podcast for a year now.
What has NT Extra been doing?
Where has NT Extra been at? And we'll tell you right now. We'll break the unfortunate news to you right now. I have a job.
I'm back in school, so I can graduate and get a
job. But since our last podcast, Juice WRLD, Kobe, David Trebek, MF Doom.
Whoa! Just what happened?
400,000 Americans died since our last podcast.
COVID-19, COVID schmeichel.
Oh yeah. A whole pandemic passed through. People were acknowledging on how black people were getting brutalized by police. And still, nothing has been done about it. Drumpf got kicked out of office. I don't know why I said his name like that. Drumpf got kicked out of his office.
Nah, you dead ass. You're like pissing off like 40-year-old white women.
I know. Listen to all of our Make America Great Again listeners.
You think we got MAGA fans?
A tiny bit, because what the fuck are Trump supporters gonna do with NT Extra content?
It gotta be like one Republican watching our shit, like at least some point.
Some closeted Republican, like some closeted racist. Just like
we're gonna be joking about some opinions, and they gonna be like, I kind of.
They gonna be a tiny bit pressed. Like, you think we could get like a room full of Republicans and then just play our podcast and just see if they can convert?
Oh no, because we could like completely see like either like who gonna be like, maybe these guys are onto something and their jokes and stuff. It's like maybe we should be on the left, or it's gonna be some nigga on the left that get out the bigoted closet, and just gonna like leave the podcast calling people nigger. Dude. Like, what do we really want from this?
If we convinced white people to start saying nigger because we're saying it, then I wouldn't want to do this channel anymore. Nigga.
Nah, because that's too mad territory.
Like, I've been watching this podcast and they say nigga a lot, so I'm just start putting that in my normal vocabulary.
Yeah,
like,
what? That's too mad shit. That's like, ooh, N-word pass.
Yeah, I know. He fucking went on Twitter and he told Leafy that he'd get an N-word pass, and I was like, that's nope. Mm-mm.
You told the nigga that influenced a lot of niggas to be racist and misogynistic without he could say nigga.
Mm-hmm. It's not a good setup. I don't know how people like Leafy had like one of the most obvious downfalls, and he came back and he still had a very thorough audience. Like niggas was still on Twitter talking about like how Leafy is like one of the better content creators on YouTube right now. I'm like, that's obvious.
What I feel like there were some niggas that changed and grew up and was like, yeah, I'm done with all this commentary shit. Leafy came back and was like, nah.
Still the same thing. How old is he? Like 26.
That nigga's and that nigga like acts like a fucking like edgy 17-year-old.
He's 25 years old, man.
Poop sock.
He was born in the same month of August. August 18th, actually. Damn.
Honestly, I want that nigga.
I almost said that one.
I was joking. I don't want to.
I
think what I want.
I don't need.
There's a lot of niggas on the internet that I want to find. I want there to be like, you know that video like the baby beating the shit out of that dude in the story. I want there to be like found footage videos of like YouTubers that are racist getting their ass beat.
Like some right wing YouTuber gets socked in the jaw like a Richard Spencer.
Yeah, I want a nigga to get beat up by like the most New York nigga. And just like have it posted on Twitter. Like that's what I want to wake up to.
I think seeing any New York nigga fight someone is always so deserving. It's because they're just spitting out so much nonsense while they're getting their shit kicked.
Yeah, and then they be like gloating and shit. They go into selfie mode like, with the dude behind them.
Bro, there was this. I forgot what this one video was, but it was this white dude and this black dude arguing. And he was like, let's fight. And one of them was like, let's fight. And then so no footage of the fight was caught, but best believe that white dude was on the floor with his drawers out.
Oh, it was like a jump cut.
Yeah, it was a jump cut. He's like, that's why you don't fuck with me, nigga. That's why you don't fuck with me. Just cuts to the white dude with his drawers out, just like on the ground, just like trying to collect himself.
Nah, like New York niggas are like Looney Tune characters.
No, they have like, so much character. It makes no sense. Be happening.
I remember a video that kills me. It was like, I didn't know if I should laugh at it or be like, God damn. It was like Pop Smoke hunted down his fucking bullies and beat their fucking ass.
Oh shit, that video. Oh my god. It was like
wild.
Because it was like it was like people found out about that video like oh yeah, also Pop Smoke died since our last podcast. But
Rip Bozo.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, back to the video. Right after people got news of Pop Smoke dying, people found that video of him hunting down his bullies and then flexing on him. The funniest shit. Oh my god.
But it's like that shit is mad inspirational, but it's hella fucking scary. Cause like, how the fuck does this nigga know their whereabouts?
Yeah, like no, obviously had connections to just. I'm about to find my haters and flex on them.
That shit can't be staged because they was getting their ass beat. Like, there's no way that a nigga was like, oh, for this bit, let's beat my ass. Like, hit me. No,
he definitely didn't approach random people on the street either and just says, hey, I'm gonna flex on you for this video. Like, no, obviously real. Like, everyone wasn't. How
you jump somebody and flex on them? Yo, bullies, bro. Yeah, that's different.
Do you think they were like? Do you think they were like karma when they figured out he died?
I don't know. Maybe nah. I would have been like, damn, I got what I deserve, but also, ain't gonna lie, I got posted getting my ass beat on the internet. So this nigga dead, it's whatever.
Yeah, no, they feel neutral about it instead of like happy or sad. Yeah. They're like, damn, but they bullied me and put it on the internet, so.
Yeah. Oh that's tragic the way like a lot of these niggas die.
Yeah, no, it's very surreal. Especially like, I think with like people like Larry King and David Trebek, it's like going out like damn.
I felt bad about Larry King though because I made a joke about him dying this year.
I don't know if you made that joke towards me, but I do remember some variation.
I think it was
because
I made it
because I think we were just talking about celebrity deaths after we figured out about David Trebek's. And then he was like, Larry King's going to be next. Boy.
No, that wasn't the same situation. I was making a joke. I was like, fuck it. I don't remember exactly. I was like, fuck it. These niggas dying. And I listed off like hella old people. Dude. Betty White, Larry King. Like, I just
that's the thing. Because Betty White just turned 99 this year. I want her to at least have 1 year on here. 1 year.
No, because Larry King would have lasted until like probably like 10 more years.
Did we even figure out how he passed?
COVID-19.
Really?
Yeah, he had COVID. He got COVID like probably 2 weeks ago.
Damn. I mean,
Well, he's 89.
that's making me wonder how Doom died then.
I don't know. Well, I don't think he died to COVID. Didn't he have like heart problems and shit?
I don't know.
They're never gonna release that information.
No, they won't. And
if they do, then it's probably like 10 years down the line.
Mm-hmm. So then that they informed us 2 months after he died.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm sort of glad they broke that news out 2 months later. And I'm glad they gave their own time to mourn. That was a really surreal death. I mean, of course, a lot of people like Kobe. Like, how the fuck would you even see coming Kobe dying like how he did? How would you?
Kobe,
man. And then David Trebek goes out, and then Larry King, and then like we find out MF Doom died on Halloween. Like, fuck, makes no sense.
That's fucked up.
It is fucked. Now I don't know how I'm gonna segue this to any other topic. We're just gonna talk about death for a bit.
No. No. I'm gonna segue this. But like, yeah, it's a damn shame that Kobe died. You know, Kobe was compared to a lot of great people like Michael Jordan, LeBron James. Same way Godzilla is compared to King Kong. Hey, Kong versus Godzilla, bro.
I saw Godzilla versus King Kong on my timeline. I was like, man, this is a perfect time to talk about this fucking movie. But we were still talking about people dying. Being very.
I mean, hella people gonna die in that movie.
Yeah, no, dude. The way Godzilla came out, it's obviously gonna be one of those movies where a bunch of shit gets destroyed, but no one acknowledges it at all.
Wait, can you
motherfucker? Godzilla destroys like an entire army bay. What?
I was about to say, can you like when we transition to this topic, can you put like a little trailer audio? You know what I'm talking about?
No idea.
Oh, I'll figure it out.
Okay. I mean, are you like talking about like one of those dramatic sound effects? Or just like trailer audio from Godzilla versus King Kong?
That trailer audio from the teaser trailer. Yeah, that.
I mean,
or not. Who fucking cares?
Because I don't think we need to include copyrighted audio. Talking about like
they ain't copyrighted fucking trailer.
They can. They probably did. But
that's racist.
But yeah, that was like the number one thing people were talking about today. I want that because HBO Max is dropping a lot of movies, a lot of Warner Brothers movies. I want to get that Space Jam trailer. Yeah. I want to get that Space Jam trailer. But before I even talk about Space Jam, if Hollywood does Godzilla versus King Kong or Godzilla versus Kong, like how they did with 2014 Godzilla King of Monsters, I will be destroying Hollywood on May 11th, 2022.
Nah, because me being a kid going to that, no, because I got ADHD, I got a vivid imagination. So I go into that movie, I'm expecting the most bullshit action bullshit.
I'm telling you because they're now starting to cross over like a bunch of different monsters in that kaiju realm as is. Like I think,
yeah, but a lot of it makes no sense.
I think Kong was fighting Mothra. I think I'm probably wrong about. Probably not Mothra, but he was fighting another kaiju in that.
Yeah.
My brain.
I remember me going to the theaters to see that fucking first Godzilla movie, like the first one for the States. I was like, oh shit, Godzilla, big ass monster. Went to the movie theater, half dead. I got the worst attention span, ADHD. I'm like, because I can't pull the phone.
You put an ADHD kid in front of a movie screen about a film. How old were you when you saw this?
When did that shit come out? 2014. I don't know.
Wait,
I'm gonna say like 7 or something.
King. You're talking about King Kong, the American one.
No, Godzilla.
Oh, 2014 Godzilla. So you were like 12. 12 or
Yeah, so
12
I'm
or
sitting in that
13.
movie theater wanting to fucking kill myself. I'm like, this is like the worst shit possible.
I thought your ADHD brain was put in front of the 2005 King Kong movie. I'm like, how?
No, I love that movie. We had that on VHS. I watched that.
No, we
like,
had it
once a week.
We had it on DVD. It's just that I never watched it because I thought King Kong was a scary gorilla.
When I say I watched that shit like every week, like the King Kong movie, that shit was. I remember everything. Jack Black was in that shit.
He was. Is there anything else you can remember? Apart
Monkey.
Big old monkey in some jungle. You know, King Kong. Simple as that.
Yeah, it's monkey and jungle.
But no, I actually feel. I actually feel
it was a
bad.
scene where he tore the.
No, go ahead.
Bitch. Nah, it was a scene where he tore the fucking dinosaur's jaw off. I was like, damn.
Oh yeah, he fucking just destroys that T-Rex.
Yeah, I was like, this ain't for me.
It's for real men. But I'm actually surprised that you like a 3-hour. Because I don't think your ADHD brain would comprehend just all the story elements that happened in 2014 Godzilla. There was no Godzilla in that film. No Godzilla. And so you telling me that
it happens at the end.
Yeah, this 13-year. Oh yeah, and then even at the end of the film, he destroys some shit and then fucks off into the sea.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not a good. That's why I really hope. I don't think Godzilla vs Kong is gonna turn out like that because they obviously figured out that people want to see kaiju shit, but then fuck that up with King of the Monsters.
It was like Godzilla came out of nowhere to fight some weird no name kaiju, and it lasted probably 5 minutes. It was over, and then it was like more dialogue, and then like explaining what's gonna happen afterwards. It was okay, cool, whatever. That was the only thing that piqued my brain, and I fell asleep.
Because a lot of it was more of because American films always cease to use adaptations of like video games and just other stuff from other cultures, and then just implement the military in it for no fucking reason. Mm-hmm. Like, I like the idea where there was a scene in 2014 Godzilla where Bryan Cranston explores Hiroshima. Like Hiroshima is like still nuked and like still in ruins, and he explores it for research. And was like, he figures out that like Godzilla has some part in Hiroshima. That was like the most interesting part that offered lore, but then everything else went back to, the U.S. Army has to handle this big old lizard.
That's the problem, right? It's like you have you have a property, like you have Godzilla. How do you fuck that shit up? It's really not hard. It's a big ass fucking monster on a rampage. Figure out why it's on a rampage. That's in the story.
Yeah, honestly, you don't figure out why it's on a rampage. Shouldn't even be the entire film. Like, that should honestly be like that should honestly be at least an act, or at most an act.
Yeah, nah. It's just like, I was sitting there like, how do you fuck up a big ass fucking monster? The best scene from that movie though was the bridge scene.
Oh yeah, where they were running and Godzilla was like slowly destroying that shit. That shit was awesome.
He was like walking through the bridge and everyone had to like try and rush to get off. Like that shit, I was like,
I think one thing 2014 Godzilla did really well is that they offered scale. It's because you never really got to see like Godzilla like full shot in that film, but like you could see the scale of it because like forgot what scene it was, but like you could see his scales passing through the ocean, and it's like they're huge, and you're like, holy shit, he's a huge monster. But then like you never get to see the full body reveal towards like until like the last act of that film.
That is my favorite Godzilla design.
Mm-hmm.
Like Shin Godzilla, and then 2014 or even the
newer Godzilla in general.
Newer Godzilla or American Godzilla, I guess. I don't fucking know. But it's cool as fuck. It's cool as fuck. But I remember oh fucking god, I remember what? I don't know what I was about to say.
No,
that shit was busting for like when he did pop up. It was cool.
Mm-hmm. I just really because when King of the Monsters did have story, like it was so fucking boring. It was more boring in the 2014 Godzilla. Mm-hmm. And like even though they had their kaiju fights, they had that shit down to a T. But yeah, when they was talking about what to do with the different monsters, they just spat some shit out. And just, ugh.
What was cool though? It was the scene in King of Monsters where like they were in the building, it was silent, and the nigga stepped by the window.
Sick.
That shot was fucking perfect. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, because that could have probably been like after the halfway point, because I know I for sure fell asleep through King of the Monsters.
So it's like this shot where like they're in a building, the power goes out, and it's just silent. I think I was in the theater when that shit happened. I was like, okay, cool. It's silent. It's silent. Step and like all around you, it feels like you're actually there, like in that building.
Cool. I think kaiju movies would be really good with a really nice sound system. I can't even say like watching it in theaters anymore because I don't even think we're gonna go back to the theaters anytime soon. Get it and get a really nice sound system and just watch a good kaiju film. Probably not King of the Monsters.
Shit.
But you know, I am excited. I am excited for Godzilla vs Kong, and I didn't know that their little universe that they had for all the kaiju shit was called Monsterverse. But I am excited.
That's nice. Wait, that's cool.
Yeah, no. It's Legendary's property, and then they called it the Monsterverse. And so, if that's the case, if one of these motherfuckers do die in this film, we better get a Mothra film or a King Ghidorah film.
We were talking earlier about like American kaiju films and shit like that, or like how Pacific Rim did that shit perfectly.
Yeah,
Pacific Rim, like deadass, it was so much there.
And also
as an animated series,
because Pacific Rim came out 2015. If I'm
2015, that's after
like the first one did. Did people like Uprising? No,
I liked Uprising. I don't think people do though. That's when John Boyega was in it.
He was only in the second one. Oh yeah, so Pacific Rim came out 2013. It was the Del Toro film, and I think the reason why it was so good is because it was a kaiju film that was about fucking giant ass robots, and these niggas were fighting as giant ass robots. Thought that shit was cool.
And it wasn't cheesy. It was very like what kaiju films are. Like, it's just to the point.
Yeah, the synopsis called it a homage to kaiju, mecha, and anime media, in which Del Toro only does homages to that type of stuff. So I can see why. I should watch. I do want to watch a bunch of kaiju films because I haven't seen Kong.
Hold up. Pause. Hello.
Oh man, I was just looking at Tom Brady kissing on his children. That's a very odd thing to do. I want you to look at this photo, and Nas, I want you to put this in the video. I want you to I want everyone to assess this photo.
God, I want that for me.
You're gross. You're a very gross man.
Not the not the kid part. just the kissing.
it's such a weird thing to say. Like, I get it, but like, why would you react like that towards this very, very suspect photo?
I don't even know. Wait, to end that point, man, kaiju films. America, gotta step your game up. This better be the next step. Come on.
Well, I think we should let American media know that not everything needs the fucking military. Like, why does Monster Hunter like, why does Monster Hunter need anything about the military? Why?
So bad.
It's so
because they said, hold up, we got monsters, but King Kong did good. Like
in Skull Island, mostly had our cat. Like, no, we don't care. We don't care about the army. We don't care about the army taking care of this shit. And because it's more plausible, I want to hear that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because why the fuck must I rely on these 19-year-old, fresh out of high school because that army was their only option? Why the fuck are they getting recruited out to fight these giant ass monsters? Makes no sense. Makes no sense. Poor old 20-year-old was just trying to get a Camaro, and they was like, yeah, we gotta send you out to go fight this fucking 100-foot tall lizard that shoots lasers out of his fucking mouth. Good luck. Like, all right, man. Like, it's not a fair fight. I don't think it's a fair fight, and they should stop making the army seem like it's a fair fight because it's always not. We all saw the bridge scene in 2014 Godzilla. It's not plausible.
The whole thing is like it's America saves the day.
No, it really is. It's like we gotta save the world, but then like the movie ends in America.
The military can solve all your problems.
2014 Godzilla was like, man, the entire world has to stop this lizard, and the movie ends with Godzilla leaving the San Francisco Bay.
I think there's a lot of points and shit where it's like it makes sense that the military got involved, but to the extent where the main characters are the military.
Yeah, no, it's whack. It's whack.
Nah, like Transformers. Transformers, the first one was fire. Military got involved. Okay, whatever. Made sense.
Mm-hmm.
Second movie, military. Okay. Retired to the military. Is that cool? Can we move on? Third movie. Okay. Military. Robots.
Like
Fourth one. Military scientists. Like, okay.
That's what King of Monsters was. Instead of it being like people who've had first-hand experiences about what these fuckers do, it was more like the military and scientists are now going to take care about this big old fucking monster. Like, it's plausible. It makes the most sense, but like, we don't want to see these very realistic situations happening and that be the main plot. I'll say if you're gonna make a kaiju film, have the humans take the backseat, but not to the extent that King of Monsters did, where the story didn't make no fucking sense because they were.
I just don't waste your properties.
Yeah, it's just really hard for Hollywood to not do that.
Because if Godzilla was an original property, I doubt that it would be like as
probably as
militarized as it was.
Probably good as. Or what? Did Pacific Rim have any like military stuff in it? Or was that like its own universe without that stupid shit?
I guess it technically wasn't military, but it wasn't like it wasn't how it's usually portrayed in like media and shit.
Mm.
Like it was very sci-fi. It was really cool though. Pacific Rim, like that shit had me on my toes. That shit had my knees weak. Shit me have
I actually should watch it because I always fucking look at it and I'm like, man, seeing giant robots fight would be really cool for my brain.
That shit fucked me up. I was thinking about that shit for like a good year.
Mm-hmm.
It was just really good. Damn.
Wanted to show you this really cool knife that I found on Twitter today.
What?
I found.
So into knives now?
No, I'm not into knives. I just found this on my Twitter TO, and I'm gonna just. It's entitled "A Knife That has a carbon dioxide cartridge in it." And then when you stab someone, you could fucking make the full cartridge go into that person. So
what?
I'm gonna send you this video. It's so cool. And then Nas, you don't murder weapons. No, Nas, you don't have to put up the audio, but you can show off what the knife can do. But look in chat.
All right, let me watch
this right here is the Wasp CO2 knife, the world's most powerful knife. What it does is inject the target with a full cartridge of CO2. So, for example, this is one of your organs.
You can blow up a nigga's organs?
I'm telling you, it's terrifying. That's fucking terrifying.
We should give this to the fucking U.S. military and they can go, like, harass.
Telling you, like, what if you get stabbed by that? But you still, I will. Tell me, what if you get stabbed by that knife? And then like you're still alive, but it's like, yeah, the dude who stabbed you in your lung, you only have one lung now because that lung fucking exploded in your body.
Oh, this nigga blew up your kidney. Like,
yeah,
what?
Like, what? Like, I'm still alive. Like, yeah, this dude stabbed you in one of your kidneys and blew it up. You only have one kidney now. Like, damn.
Yeah, nah, that's the worst shit possible. Who the fuck creates this shit? There's like, hey yo, we can make a knife, or we can make a knife that blows up your fucking inside. You gotta be a fucking serial killer. You gotta be fucking insane.
Really, with this really cold combination of elements, we're just gonna have a cartridge in that, and you could just fucking load it and just fucking make it explode in the person you stab.
A lot of these ideas need to stay in like cartoons and shit.
Because it's like, you can't use that CO2 knife while cooking. You can't, because it's gonna make shit explode. So that's obviously a murder weapon.
There's gonna be niggas in the military, probably like 50 years with lightsabers.
Mm-hmm.
I can see it.
Have like combat knives loaded with like very fast pouring lava. Just pours
niggas
down
have like heated blades and shit.
Dude, consistently heated blades. Like it's not gonna be like
terrible.
The 1,000-degree knife. Remember that shit? Remember the 1,000-degree knife versus
that was a really
blah blah
bad
blah.
trend.
Very awful.
I burnt a couple of knives doing that though.
Very awful year of YouTube. Very terrible.
I definitely fucked up like 4 knives and I had to like hide them in my drawer and shit.
I never did it because we didn't have like I didn't have like I didn't have a torch or like a lighter to light one up like that.
I used a stove.
That, I mean,
but then my dad was like, why the fuck is this knife burnt? I was like, oh, I left it on the stove by accident, and then I did it for nothing. Like, it's like, okay, you're doing
obviously not doing this on accident. Yeah.
Yeah, and I had to like hide it, and I was like, oops, like this nigga's not gonna know what I'm doing.
You had to hide burnt knives. Like, imagine you explain yourself. Like, I saw a YouTube video where he was heating up knives. Like that instant neck. Just fucking neck you right there. What the fuck you learning YouTube videos from, huh?
It's like that 5-minute trends bullshit.
No, it's awful.
Wait, we should make DIY videos. like the worst possible DIY videos.
DIY pipe bomb. They actually teach people how to make a pipe bomb.
That's useful.
Everything else is awful. But like that's the only useful tutorial we can offer.
That's mad useful.
I mean, I would have to teach myself how to make a pipe bomb before I teach the kids.
I already know how. Anyways, what video game property would you make into a movie? And how would you do it?
Oh, man. Because half of me saying, like, I wouldn't turn any video game property into it. I think if Sonic was written correctly, or, like, the Sonic universe in general, like, actually had, like, a full layout, I think getting a movie like that would have been good. I don't know. Because...
Oh, that'd be good for an animated series.
I think because I always felt as if turning a video game into, like, one movie takes sort of the piss out of, like, the video game. Because I would say Resident Evil, like, no doubt, like, probably, like, either Resident Evil 7 or Resident Evil 2, but, like, the fun in those games is that you play them and you don't watch them.
We already got Resident Evil movies, but they're not, like, directly...
They have the title, but it's not like they're adaptations of the games.
Yeah, they're not really adaptations.
And it's not like it's not like they had shit like demoted in it. Like, it was more like, it's the zombie movies because there were zombie movies, there were zombies in the first couple of Resident Evil games. And so, hey, we could just
take the name of the characters.
We could just be like, hey, we could just make a zombie movie and name it and have someone play as Jill Valentine, and then we call it Resident Evil. And I don't think that's quite intuitive.
Resident Evil movies really weren't good.
No, they're not.
They're planning on making a new one though.
And I don't know how. Like, isn't there like 4 Resident Evil films? Yeah. When was the last Resident Evil film that came out?
It was in the 2010s. I think.
Movies. Yeah. No, are they making a new one? Because the last film that they made was called Resident Evil: The Final Chapter.
I heard they were making a new one.
They made 6.
6 Resident Evil movies.
6, and then
consistent. That's wild. There was a Doom movie.
See, not even like not any character from Resident Evil plays a character in any of these films. It's just like nameless people be involved in Umbrella Corps fighting zombies.
It's cool though. I fuck with it. I
don't.
I want to make you right about that Sonic shit because the story was really good. You could just make that shit animated.
Yeah, dude. With how fleshed out the Sonic comics were, you could fucking turn one of those arcs into a movie. Like, no doubt.
But the thing is, like, you have to start from somewhere, and the way that the Sonic series starts off story-wise is so inconsistent.
It's always in the middle of something, and just, like, a whole different situation.
And it's really inconsistent in the beginning. Like, it's even inconsistent now, except for the comics.
Yeah. Because
if you try to attack that shit, you got to do generations. You got to do forces.
When the director of Sonic 06 was like, yeah, everyone got amnesia because they couldn't remember the continuity from Sonic Rush to Sonic 06. I was like, yeah, dude, y'all don't gotta continue with the series. You don't have to.
They just don't care. I want to make a what
Rayman movie. What would you do out of that? Does Rayman even talk?
I want to make a Cute Honey 2 movie. Among Us movie.
Is this the question you really wanted to ask me?
League of Legends the movie. Fortnite.
I was actually like thinking about my answer, and this dude's just fucking listing out random ass franchises that don't need a movie at all. Imagine, because like if a FNAF movie made it as far to say that they were gonna make a movie about it, then like if Among Us reaches that same popularity, we're gonna get headlines that like Among Us movie currently in development, same director fucking Alvin and the Chipmunks, like
Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Like,
that's terrible.
It's awful. Because
I'm saying we could have like a what the hell? I was saying we could have like a GTA movie where it's just like comedic or like more comedy Fast and Furious.
I mean, honestly, like doing like multiple heists in one film, Instead of it being like that one, instead of like having that movie lead up to one heist, like doing multiple heists, that would have been actually cool.
Yeah, with like dumb fun and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like what was you ever saw Guns Akimbo?
Where he had the gun stuck to his hand. I haven't seen it. I know what it's about.
But it's the pacing in that. The pacing is really like it's fast paced fun, and I like movies like that. And I can see like a GTA movie with that kind of shit, or like even like Baby Driver type shit.
Oh, yeah. You can honestly,
Baby Driver.
You can honestly do it like Baby Driver.
See that?
Because the film is just good. It's just consistent bank robberies.
We ain't even coming in here with no topics. I'm surprised we lasted long.
I should actually throw out the story. I've never told you this, and I wanted to save this for this podcast.
Oh my god! Run from here.
So this is during the pandemic, so we're all wearing face masks at work. So I'm at work, just doing my thing, pushing out product, helping out guests. So just pushing out product, and then this guy comes up, he's looking for assistance. I turn around and he's like, "Oh hey," as if he recognizes me. And I'm like, "Hello," and he's like, "Yeah, what's going on, man?" I'm like, just here. Did you need anything? And he was like, "Yeah, can you give me a game?" And I was like, "Okay." And so like this dude's like really friendly with me. No reason. I have no reason as to why he's being really friendly with me. And so I get him his game, and we're at the checkout counter, and he's like, "Yeah, man. So how you still play football?" And I'm like, this nigga think he recognizes me. And so instead of me being like, I have no idea what you're talking about, I just go with the flow. I'm like, yeah, no, not anymore, because I didn't know this was still at the time I didn't know he recognized me, like. And so I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not playing football right now. I'm just doing stuff on the computer. He's like, oh yeah, that's cool. And then his friend comes up towards him, and he's like, "Yeah, man, this is my friend's son." He says some random name, and I'm like, "Hello," and I still don't clarify. So this entire time because the mere fact I have my face mask on, this dude thinks I'm a completely different person.
You're just a black dude.
I'm just a black dude. Working at Target. And so I'm checking him out, and he keeps on like, "Yeah, I'm gonna tell your mom that I saw you at work." And I'm like, "All right, bro." And then he leaves. I'm like, "Oh man," because he's gonna approach that mom. He's like, "Yeah, I saw your son at work. I didn't know he was working at Target." And he's like, "My son doesn't work at Target." He's like, "What do you mean?" Like we talked to each other. We exchanged like conversation. He's like, "That wasn't my son." So like he's my son. Like cause like if I see that nigga again on my job, he's gonna be like,
"Yeah, I was about to say."
Yeah, so remember you told me you was this one person, and I had to figure out myself that you weren't. So what was all that line?
But you also have a tag.
I actually forgot to specify that I didn't have my name tag on.
You didn't?
I didn't have my name tag on, so I was just this completely anonymous dude. Obviously works at Target, but no one knew my name. No one knew my name because I didn't have my name tag on.
Black kid. Let's just guess.
Black kid with afro, obviously my friend's son. Like, no doubt. Like, oh, man, dude.
Gotta be.
Oh, it was so bad. And this shit happened twice. That was, like, the second time happening. And, like, the first time it happened, this girl assumed that I was someone else. She told me to lift off my face mask, and she was like, oh, never mind. But he doesn't ask me to do that at all. He's fully 100%. No, grown woman. But... like this dude was just full on just believing himself that like, oh yeah, this is someone that I know and he works here, and I didn't know that until now. Like, man.
Oh wait, hold on. Fuck my boss. Yeah, my boss is stuck in my fly. Gotta get it out. Yeah, But
there was one era when I first started talking to you where you kept on getting your balls stuck in the zipper of your MeUndies.
Okay, look, I had this pair of underwears with fucking like zippers in it, and it was like the ugliest pair of fucking underwear, but it had a zipper in it, like a small little zipper. Balls kept getting zipped. Kept getting zipped. I feel like I'm a warrior though.
Your nuts are too huge. They kept on because it was common. It was common. I've had to witness you say, "Ow, my nuts!" And I'm like, "What happened?" I'm like, my balls got tangled in my my fucking underwear. I'm like, huh.
Nah, it's crazy though, cause I could beat the fuck whoever gave that shit on Christmas. A nigga gave me a fucking pair of underwears with torture traps on it. Like, why would you do that to me?
First of all, underwear with a zipper, already a bad idea because that's
I got like
because I feel
this
as
is
if
like where the most flappest skin is.
yeah, no, I feel
Flappest.
as if that could happen anywhere because I mean, depending on what your ball sacks look like mine's is floppy, has skin, has a lot of skin. And so if I could get caught up with that shit. Like a zipper on a pair of underwear is not a good idea.
I don't know who the fuck thought that was. I think it was designed by a person of the female side of things because like no man would design that. You know how precious your balls are. Some
small nutsack, small penis man thought that was a good. I'm not gonna say women thought of that idea, but I'm gonna say someone with a small groin thought that was a good idea. Not knowing that all these big bald men would be getting their nuts caught on the zipper that's attached to this pair of underwear.
I was thinking about how masculine like things can be, whereas like every time I think about my dick, it's so hard for me not to like, oh, I got a big dick, or ooh, this my dick size. Like it's so. Why is that a problem? Like you wanted to talk about your balls, why can I not talk about my dick? I choose not to.
You got someone interrogating. You got someone being interrogated in the other room.
Oh, you heard that?
Yeah, what's going on at your house? Now your dog's pouting. Is there something I should know about Trent?
Yeah. Shit. Fuck. Do you remember last year? I told you how there was something in my basement, and I didn't know how it got there. I didn't really explain to you what it was, but I was a little scared. So I guess now I can tell you. There was a pole in the basement, near the laundry machine, near the dryer, near the whole area. It's like a support beam, but I found out that there was like some handcuffs on it, and I was confused. And when I asked my mom about it, she said that I wasn't supposed to find it. There was a gremlin that she found.
Just handcuffs to that support beam.
He was like, I guess he escaped, but she said he never left the house because she has cameras everywhere outside the house, so we would know if it left or not. It never left. So randomly at night we would hear it shuffle through the vents, we hear it shuffle through the walls, and we didn't know where it would go.
It never comes out during the day?
It never comes out. But one day, it jumped in, we heard it, and we heard my brother scream. And we realized that nigga possessed my brother. And I didn't know how to get him out of it. I didn't know how to like snap him out of it. So we just been living normal and acting like we didn't know that he was possessed or not. So recently today, I confronted him about it, and I said, "I know you're not my brother. But please act like him still." And he said, "No, I'm honestly going to keep making him louder and louder until you don't recognize him anymore." So I shot that nigga in his fucking throat. And
he's still alive. That's why he's screaming like that.
He's alive, and now he's just screaming in agony in the other room. Chase is just being a bitch. That's why he was crying. That's really the end of the story.
Wow, I can't believe that y'all saw a gremlin. I didn't think those were real.
I need titties on my DMs.
You already get titties in your DMs. You already do.
I need titties.
Do you need someone to send you? Do you need someone with your own personal set of titties instead of just getting random?
I don't want random titties. I want personal titties in my DMs right now.
No, I get it.
Just I'm really like, I love titties.
So, oh yeah. And also another thing that's happened since our last podcast, Trent has developed a very crippling addiction. He doesn't assume it as that. I do. But he has a crippling addiction called I want titties in my DMs disorder. And all he does is just talk about, all he asks for is some titties. He doesn't ask for money. I remember his mom came in while we was playing a game. And his mom was like, "Do you need anything?" And he was like, "I need your titties in my mouth." And then he got slapped. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know what's like.
You ain't never lie.
I don't know what's like.
You know what's wild? I was thinking about like, so at first it was like, oh, random titties, I don't care, and then you get attached to niggas, and then the titties don't fucking feel the same when it's from random people.
They're not stranger titties anymore. They're mutual titties.
Yeah, no. Now I get titties from random people, and I'm like, oh, okay. Now I get titties from like specific people, and I'm like, whoa, like, you know what I mean?
No, I don't, because I don't get titties in my DMs.
Cause you don't ask.
I ask.
You gotta beg like me.
I'm not about to beg. Ain't no one about to send a 17-year-old titties.
I'm about to tweet about my titties.
Because I said on the TL the other day, I said, and I quote, "I am promptly asking for titties on the TL," and I got none.
That's crazy, because I usually get some.
Because
I'm at a voice message. Wait,
because
I'm at a voice memo right now.
I usually recognize you as a fiend.
I'm so sad right now. Like, actually so sad. I'm crying. Can someone please send me titties in DMs? Not random titties. It has to be personalized titties. Like,
what does that even mean?
Like,
what does personalized titties mean?
I posted it. Hopefully they get my plea.
And then I'm gonna link this podcast episode in a specific timestamp where you were talking about leading them on.
I'm so sad right now. Like, actually so sad. I'm crying. Can someone please send me titties in DMs? Not random titties. It has to be personalized titties. Like.
I don't think people are gonna believe you after that laugh. You have to
wait. Let me add a warning.
And start tearing up about it.
Do I? Okay, let me. I was laughing in the last message, but I'm so serious. Send me titties.
I was so serious in the last one. Send me titties. You know what? And we'll come back on the next podcast to see if he does get those personalized titties.
Wait! Before you end this shit, I don't know if this podcast means that you know we back, but what it does mean is that we got more memes for you to send us titties, because I know it's a lot of people listening.
Oh, fucking God.
A lot of niggas with titties. Hey, give me a little son. You know what I'm saying? Nah, this like Call Me Carson shit.
Hey guys, I'm looking for titties, specifically in the age range of
No, Brandon.
Thank you.
Brandon.